Welcome to Monday Night News Live here on Ustream. It's Monday once again. I'm Clark Eaton as always, and today with me is a man who was considered an unsung hero for Delaware Valley. Played linebacker along with Matt Wagner last year. Had some great key tackles and key moments, and that is Angelo Matz. So, Angelo Matz, just tell the fans a little bit about yourself to who's watching at home.
My name's Angelo Matz. I'm a senior at Delaware Valley. Love magnets and, just hanging out.
Well, here at Monday Night News Live and All Sports, we're here to get answers and we ask the questions. So the first question is here on my transcript here is Angelo, you obviously have a brother, Rory. What do you tell him when he is out on the field?
Uh, focus, play, make your reads, do what you need to do. Don't try and do anyone else's job and just play tough.
And, it's very understandable because he is um, he's a young player. He's not to his full potential yet as a player. He's young. I believe he's only a freshman, right?
Sophomore.
He's a sophomore, and I believe that he could play good safety because I watched him on the field last year, and he has good ability to play safety, and I'll be definitely watching him next year to see how he does. Now, the next question here on Monday Night News Live is considered to be an unsung hero. You played with linebacker Matt Wagner last year. What was that like playing with a player like Matt?
Oh, it was awesome. Like, Matt's a really good player, so I knew that whenever I made a mistake, he'd be there to pretty much clean it up for me. So I could take a lot of chances, and that's how I got a lot of, the sacks that I did, just go out there and assume Matt will pick up the mess I make if I screw up, so.
Well, you playing with somebody as good as Wagner, I think that would be very special to play with a guy like him. Now going to the Air Force for wrestling and being part of a three straight District Two championship team for wrestling, and not only that, but winning the District Two championship for football and an Eastern Conference playoff championship for football. Playing with a player with that kind of resume, you don't really hear about in high school these days, especially in the state of Pennsylvania, because it's so hard to achieve that because there's so many really good teams in Pennsylvania, and you guys are one of them. So it's just, I would think that would be a very special thing to play with a man like Matt Wagner. Now, for the last 4 years, you were at Delaware Valley High School. What do you plan to do in the future after Delaware Valley?
I'm going to the West Point Military Academy, and I'm going to play sprint football there.
You're going to play football there now. Is it for linebacker or just specified
Linebacker.
players?
Yeah, I'm playing a linebacker.
All right, now we're 10 days away from it. All Sports is going to cover it. It's going to be live April 30th on next Thursday. It's going to be live from Conshaw Lakes. It's the NFL Draft. And my question to you is, I know you're a Patriots fan. Who do you think next Thursday will be picked by the New England Patriots? Do you think Byron Jones could be a possibility?
Yeah, I'd say Byron Jones could be a possibility, but knowing the Patriots, we're going to trade back, so I'm going to stay up all night to watch their draft pick, and then they're not going to make it, and I'm going to be really angry. So I'm probably going to be really angry the next few weeks.
Okay, now you say Byron Jones could be a possibility for um, the Patriots. I see it this way. I think, yes, Byron Jones is a possibility from UConn. But I think if you look at it, the loss of Vereen was huge, I think, for the Patriots because it gave them a running back who not only could be good in the screen game, but could literally go deep, catch a touchdown. And he was big with that, having, I believe, over 600 yards over the last couple of seasons with the Patriots. So I think there is a possibility for Byron Jones, but I think there's also a possibility for Todd Gurley from Georgia if he falls to that low in the draft. But I could even see somebody like Melvin Gordon.
I like Tevin Coleman from Indiana more than I like Gordon, and I don't see Todd Gurley dropping. So I'd
Yeah.
rather have him pick up Coleman in like the second or third round.
Yeah, I agree with that because you look at Coleman and you look at his toughness. He had over 10,000 yards with a broken foot, and I think that alone
He hit
tells
10,000
to his
yards
toughness.
last season.
No, I'm saying though, at his like last 2 years, I think he played with a broken foot, and I know he had two big seasons at Indiana. So I think that him, even on the Patriots, would give them that added element of offense that they need because of the loss of Marine. Again, because on the 10th it was the Giants who picked him up, who signed him, I believe, for a 4-year deal, and so as it turns to that, I think that they're either going to go cornerback or running back. Now,
Or wide receiver.
yeah,
can see him-
or wide receiver maybe
Wide receivers dropping. I can see him picking up Dorial Green Beckham. And
from Oklahoma. Yeah,
yeah.
he's a possibility because it was predicted that he would be really early in the draft last year, like 6th round, and now he's all the way to mid to late 1st round. So his stock has definitely rose quite a bit. Now the last draft question that I have is that with Jameis Winston, he, I think, will not go number 1. I think it'll be Marcus Mariota that now go number 1 because of the civil lawsuit that was filed I think actually just a couple days ago, with the same woman that did accuse him of rape. Now, what do you think about that, and what do you think will be who do you think will go first, and what do you think top 5 overall as in terms of 2 picks in the draft?
All right, I'm going to say Jameis Winston goes number 1 overall because even though he's got some character issues, the kid can ball. And that's what it matters. When it comes down to it, you want the guy who's going to go out there and score touchdowns. But my top 5 in the draft, I'm going to put down Jameis Winston, Leonard Williams, Shane Ray, Kevin White, and myself. Number 5, myself.
So you think number 5 is going to be yourself, not Amari
Yes.
Cooper?
No.
You don't think the Redskins are going to draft a pass rusher?
I'm a pass rusher. I had 5 sacks last year.
Yeah, you're not even in
Okay,
the
good
NFL.
point. I'll say Dante Fowler there.
So Dante Fowler Jr. you think is going to be number 5. My personal top 5, I think, is going to be Marcus Mariota that goes 1. I think Leonard Williams will go 2. I think Dante Fowler will go 3. I think number 4 is going to be Kevin White. And I think number 5 is going to be, I think, Shane Ray from the Redskins. So that's pretty much it for Monday Night News Live. We'll be back here next week with a special edition of Monday Night News Live with Fans Decide. More details will be announced later on our Facebook page and Twitter page, where we will give you 3 choices of Connor Lutz, Austin Cernak, and Matt Wagner. Now, whoever has the most votes from that survey this week will be on the next Monday Night News Live. For everyone here at Monday Night News Live, I'm Clark Eaton, getting your sports vacation.